The Paradise Ghetto, written by Fergus O'Connell, narrated by Stephen Miller. Forward. Potemkin Village. Any construction, literal or figurative, built solely to deceive others into thinking that a situation is better than it really is. Chapter 1. The Amsterdam attic apartment is freezing, and since she is working today, Julia has to strip and wash all over, so she's still cold from that. She wears a coat, scarf, and mittens and tries to warm herself with the coffee. She drinks it almost painfully hot while holding her hands tightly around the cup. It is real coffee, not adulterated in any way. She hasn't had any for a long time and doesn't know when she will have more. Bert gets it, and he gave her some last time in a part payment. Of course, she had to give her usual part payment too. She hates Bert, but at least you know where you stand with him. He seems to be one of those rare people, at least she's found them to be rare, who are completely honest. Apparently, he has a wife. What she must be like, given that Bert does what he does, Julia can only imagine. She stands by the small double window of her attic apartment. She is looking at the cobwebs on the outside. The night's frost has encrusted them in white, and she imagines them as miniature ropes in the impossibly complex rigging of some tiny, ghostly sailing ship. She is captivated by them, and it is only the sense that time is moving on and that she might be late that eventually snaps her out of her reverie. There are cobwebs on the inside, too. There is one which has collapsed and bellies like a hammock. Julia never removes them. She thinks of them as the work of her little family, so that she is not alone. She really feels that she has built a home here. The last time she felt she had anything like this was that Christmas when her father gave her an elaborate doll's house. She hopes that it is still safe and that one day she'll be able to retrieve it. She's glad to have some work at last. It's always quiet over Christmas. She had expected that. Men want to be, or have to be, with their families. Fucking hypocrites. But this year, Christmas seems to be running well into January. Maybe it's the icy weather. Or maybe the Germans aren't spending like they used to. The best thing is that it's Friday. Even though there is little to distinguish one day from the next, Julia thinks of it as nearly the weekend. She will have money tonight. Food. Enough for once. She's becoming dangerously bony. She thinks that Bert noticed it last time. She needs to fatten up a little. If he stopped giving her work, she'd be completely fucked. She looks round her area as she thinks of it. It may be grody, but it's neat, as she likes it to be. Dishes from last night washed and put away, bed made, everything in its place. She looks at the picture, thumbtacked to the wall. It is part of her ritual when she is headed off to work. The painting is called A Kiss, by someone called Lawrence Alma Tadema. Julia found it in a magazine. In it, a little fair-haired girl proffers her cheek and receives a kiss from a woman with red hair. The red-haired woman lifts the little girl's cheek slightly and holds her hand in the gentlest of grips. A second woman with black hair looks on at the scene. She has a strange expression on her face, like she's not happy with what she's seeing. In Julia's mind, the black-haired woman is the little girl's mother, while the woman doing the kissing is a favorite aunt or a friend of the family. It's only possible to see the side of the aunt's face, but she looks kind and beautiful. From the expression on the little girl's face, she loves her aunt. Julia imagines she is the only person in the world that little girl can confide in. Julia imagines the kiss. But now she must go to work. She sighs a deep sigh and takes the last mouthful of coffee. Then she tips up the cup and lets the last drops fall onto her tongue. Coffee is such a beautiful thing. After the war, she will drink as much of it
Sample complete. Ready to continue?